Hi everyone, this is Theo from parkerblocks.com. Today I'm going to feature the Derwent Graphik Line Maker. These are multi-liners, or you may call them fine liners or technical pens. They come in this package, so this is rather nice. You can use this to transport the pens around. There's this button that clicks here. I'm not sure who's the artist for this. So these are the pens. The set that I bought is the sepia color set. There are two other colors, black and graphite. I'm not sure how the graphite is going to look like, but I'm quite interested to find out, so maybe that will be in another video in the future. So in this particular set, there is 0.1, 0.3 and 0.5. Note the octagonal cross-section design of the cap. Part of the cap has a small window that allows you to see the tip that's inside. That's the metallic pen clip above. So this is made by Derwent. It says that the tip is actually a Japanese nib. This is light fast pigment ink. So this is probably going to be waterproof. I'm going to test that later. And they have a dedicated website for it. And the size is labeled here as well. Sepia. And right at the end, this end is also octagonal in shape. So that's the so-called Japanese nib. It doesn't look any different compared to this, which is the rotary tiki. So the tips, they look the same. One difference is I noticed that there is a breather hole there. The body is almost translucent. I can see that ink system inside. The pen is lightweight, no different from other technical pens that I've used. It feels good to hold in hand. Let's compare the lines of the 0.1, 0.3 and 0.5. This is 0.1. Very nice consistent lines. The end point is a bit darker. I'm going to switch over to 0.3. So the line is thicker. It also looks like it's a bit darker, maybe because it's thicker. So this is 0.3. And lastly, 0.5. So this is slightly thicker than 0.3. Let's see how well they hold up against alcohol markers. I'm using a Copic marker. So this is quite good. There's no feathering. The lines are still sharp. Now I'm just going to draw a very quick sketch. I'm starting with the very thin tip. This is the 0.1. I just want to do a very quick sketch. The pen feels quite smooth on paper. This is cold pressed watercolor paper, but the surface is actually fine grain, so it's a bit smoother. It doesn't wear out the tip as much compared to rougher paper. Now for this next person, I'm going to switch over to a 0.3 to get the thicker lines. And lastly, I'm going to use 0.5 for the person in the foreground. And now I'm using 0.1 to draw this figure that is in the background. So this is the completed sketch, 0.1, 0.3 and 0.5. I think the sketch would have more impact if there is a 0.8 instead of a 0.3 or 5, so that you can see the difference between the thickness of the lines more clearly. And now I'm going to add watercolor over this sketch. Sepia is a nice color. It has that vintage look to it. Compared to black ink, it's a bit softer as well. So if you want your sketch to look a bit more subtle, a bit softer, you can use sepia. Right now I'm using watercolor over the ink lines, and let's see how it's going to look like. This color is yellow ochre mixed with a warm red. The ink dries very fast, no different from other technical pens that I've used. And this is waterproof when dry. So this is how the sketch looks like. It definitely has a softer look compared to using black ink. After using the sepia version, I'm really curious to find out how the graphite version will look like. And just for comparison, I'm going to show you how sepia will look like when compared with black ink. This is the Rotring Tiki multi-liner. Contrast is definitely much stronger. So sepia is definitely lighter compared to the black ink. These are decent multi-liners. They perform quite well. They perform predictably and consistently. What I like about them is they have this sepia color and the graphite color. So that's a bit more interesting compared to the black. In terms of performance, they are actually not very different compared to other brands. So depending on where you can find this and also at what price you can get this, it may or may not be worth it to get this pen. It really depends on the price and where you can find it, if you can find it. I did not see any refills for this pen, so they are probably disposable. Anyway, that's the end of my review today. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comment section. If you want to find out where you can get these pens and also check out the text reveal, the link is in the video description below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.